Drinkwater podcast.
What a podcast, everyone. Hello.
We're
Hello.
back.
We're
Get
back.
your water. Let's
Get
have
it
a
out.
sip.
Let's have a sip.
Refreshing.
It's very refreshing. Do you know what else is refreshing?
It's the end of the year.
It's that time of year again.
It's
It's the annual 2022 recap from the Drinkwater podcast,
been a
ladies
big
and gentlemen.
year. 365 days, 52 weeks.
Yes. A lot of drama.
A lot of drama.
A lot of memorable
Memorable
moments.
Crazy.
I wonder if
stuff.
I guess it's probably not the best year. 2020 was a bit crazier.
2020 is crazy.
But 2022 it was just jam-packed. There was a
Jam-packed.
lot going on. And we are going to be doing a recap this episode. It's going to be the 2022
Go
recap.
through everything that's happened.
Everything that's gone in
Every
on in
single
2022.
thing.
Yeah.
Every car accident. No, just the big thing.
The big things.
Just the interesting ones.
The interesting ones, because I don't know if you've heard the news, but Will Smith just slapped Chris Rock.
At the
Grammys? The Academy Awards? I don't even.
It doesn't
I think
even
was-
matter.
It doesn't
But Will
matter, but
Smith-
there was a slap going on. Yeah. The greatest night in show business
It's crazy.
history.
We spoke about it for a good 2 weeks. Can't even remember what award show it was. The Oscars.
It was
the
the
Oscars,
Oscars.
ladies
It was
and
the
gentlemen.
Oscars. It was
Acting.
non-stop. It was, you couldn't actually wake up without hearing about it.
It was crazy. I remember watching it, I was like, this is like a movie.
Yeah.
Maybe it was fake. We'll
Was it
find out
fake?
one day. Probably not.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
Because
There was a lot of drama going on there. We all know what happened. We all watched it for 2 weeks.
Yeah, we all watched it. We all know what happened. Will
Crazy.
Smith and just came out with a new movie. Chris Rock toured. He was just in Australia. I was just in Sydney. So they're both fine.
They're doing alright.
We've all forgotten about it, but not here. We remembered it. We're always going to.
We're never
remember
going
it.
to forget.
Yeah, we're never going to forget that. A big moment I like to think of this year was the Liver King rise and controversy.
And a bit of a fall.
Yeah, social media.
Apparently he's on steroids.
He's
now,
on
I thought he
steroids.
just ate a
Yeah.
lot of liver. I don't know where
Yeah.
the hell... How the hell... I couldn't tell.
Yeah, it was probably one of the first times a big or successful bodybuilder has got caught or called out for having steroids.
Leaked. Out of anyone to
Yeah.
get caught. God
He
damn,
was like probably one of the most famous fake natties.
Yeah.
His whole thing was, no, I look like this. I've never taken steroids in my life. I don't actually do that sort of
I
stuff.
just sleep on planks of wood.
Yeah. And I just
liver.
eat raw liver and...
His exercise, he was crazy with his exercising. No one could look like that on steroids.
Oh, yeah, of course.
He's
That-
probably
that
a
goes-
rare person to really push it with the steroids and
Yeah.
take it to a next level.
Something that I hate, and I will continue to hate, because it's the whole idea to just be transparent.
Yeah.
Kids aren't necessarily going to jump on steroids. What's going to be way worse if there's a young kid that's like, I'm doing all these things, I'm doing all the right things. I don't look anything like this guy. I love seeing the comments on YouTube that's like, I've been training for 15 years, I don't look anything like this guy.
Yeah.
I've been eating clean, I've been training hard, and I don't look anything.
Not even close.
Yeah, not even
Because it's
close.
unnatural. No one looks like that.
Yeah, you have to have steroids, which was a big thing this
yeah.
year.
What else? Bit of a less happy note. Well, we had Ghislaine Maxwell. I guess it's
Ghislaine.
a good note, actually.
Ghislaine
Ghislaine
Maxwell.
Ghislaine, whatever. Got sentenced to life in prison, I think, for human trafficking to people.
Right.
They didn't say who it was, too, but to someone. Find out that one day.
So it's life in prison that she got, was
She
it?
got a lot of years. I don't know what it is. I think it was 20 to 25 years, whatever the slap is.
Is she in one of those nice prisons?
I don't
One
know.
of the really
to be
comfy
honest.
ones that has like a lounge and like a
Netflix.
like a 75-inch TV, like a swimming pool.
You can get Uber Eats delivered. You can get an Uber out of there if you want. You don't even have to stay. It's optional. As long as someone that looks like you is there.
One of the best things in the world would be like just there's some coverage of Ghislaine Maxwell in prison. It's just a completely different looking woman.
Just some young looking. Really young looking.
That happens a lot with twins.
I'd love if just like Jeffrey comes back. Jeffrey. That is what I am keen for. The reappearance of Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh yeah, has it ever
Into
happened?
the media.
Yeah, has anyone faked their own death and come back?
I
to
reckon
life?
people have faked their death, but who has someone faked their death locked up in prison?
Yeah.
If anyone was to do it, it'd be him. Let's just recap. Who was Jeffrey Epstein? Prolific human trafficker.
Yeah.
Lord knows for who to what.
Yeah.
Bill Clinton went to his creepy island, the Virgin Islands.
Yeah.
I doubt that was a coincidence. He bought them there. 25 times,
Yes.
all these presidents. I don't know, got a whole conspiracy there. We're not going to go into that.
We're not going to go there, but the
We're
main
not
thing
deep
is...
diving.
Yeah,
Ghislaine got
Maxwell,
locked.
Yeah, she's in prison now.
She's locked. She's listening to Akon, locked up, throwing a ball against the wall, you know? Doing her time.
Did make me quickly think how good it would be if just Tupac comes back.
Bit late.
But that's the whole idea. It's like he faked his death and he's like sick of it. He just wants to come back into society.
Starts
I thought that
rapping
would be a
again.
great thing. But anyway, well, this is the yearly recap. That may happen in 2023. We're talking about 2022.
So, a war.
It was a very
Huge
big
war.
Big war. It took over... Wait, did it take over...
Took over a country.
Yeah, it took over the...
Russia
it was just non-stop
invaded Ukraine.
in the media.
Of
non-stop
course, it's
in the
a
media.
war.
Yeah, a huge
War.
war.
And there was white people.
Yeah.
Come on, there was a coverage. We're getting into it. We donated.
Hey, that guy looks like me. You mean he's going through a war? But yeah, Russia, Ukraine.
It's still going. That hasn't even stopped. That's ticking over to 2023.
Yes, that's still going on.
Still going.
It was really popular. It was really popular. It had people having the flags.
Like,
in their
it got
bio.
political. It became... Yeah. Well, that happened. Still happening.
It's still happening. It's still going on.
War happens. It's Earth.
Yeah.
Read a history book. It's crazy.
Of course, this isn't
gonna
anything
get crazier.
New. This isn't anything new. Again, probably something that was bigger than the war in Ukraine was the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial. That made the war in Ukraine look like nothing.
That's nothing. What even was that?
Yeah, this is the court case that stopped the world.
Crazy.
I heard about that.
2 weeks. That was a good 2 weeks. That was about as long as the Will
I
Smith.
think it was way
That
more.
ticked on for a while. It was so public. The most
non-stop.
public court case.
Yeah.
Because a lot of those high-profile cases get like cut out. They can't be covered. But this one, they're like, nah, we got it. It's Johnny Depp.
Yes, Johnny Depp. It's Captain Jack Sparrow.
It's Jack Sparrow.
It's Jack Sparrow. It's
He
Edward
killed it as
Scissorhands.
well. He killed that show, the court show, whatever
did
it
he?
was.
I didn't actually watch it. It was one of those things in the
He
year I
captivated the
refused.
audience. I didn't even watch it. I just watched some clips that were
watched the
circulating, but apparently he did some good acting or whatever.
How did it end
He was
up?
Convincing.
Who won? What was the outcome?
Doesn't even matter really.
matter. Because it went on for too long that I had to check
It
out.
was over nothing anyway.
Yeah, I literally had to check out eventually.
Yeah.
A really sad one. It may not be completely over, but we lost our boy Young Thug. He's in prison.
Oh yeah. Young
Free
Thug got
our
locked
boy.
up. Free the guy.
Yeah, free our boy Young
He was
Thug.
just doing some... I don't know what he did. It was... What? Racketeering?
He was apparently like a
The mob
huge
boss.
mob boss.
It was like American
Yeah.
Gangster.
Yeah. It's kind of cool. It's
pretty
kind
fresh.
of very cool, but then it's like, what? You have to like weigh it up. How cool is it, but you're in prison for the rest of your life?
Maybe
a legend as well.
Yeah.
The world loved him. Everyone loves Young Thug. I got a bit sick of him, to be completely honest. I thought his songs started to become a bit repetitive. But, yeah, it's probably... Yeah, now he's in prison, so...
Chilling with Ghislaine.
Yeah, I don't have to see any more of his features. I think it's looking like he's going to get the same amount of time. I think he's going to get life.
Yeah. What, he hasn't been sentenced yet?
I don't think so.
Ah.
One of the real funny things that happened this year, his court sentencing, I think it was like using Zoom as well, it got hacked by trolls, and they were playing a whole bunch of gay porn on all the screens during like his live sentencing
Gosh.
in like a public courtroom.
I didn't even
And
hear about
they're like voiceovers saying, "Glory to the CCP, glory to the CCP, free Young Thug, free Young Thug." And
you gotta love the
Yeah.
trolls. You gotta love. They're funny. They keep life a bit real.
you gotta love the
Everything
trolls.
doesn't have to be so serious.
Yeah.
all the time. You can have a little laugh.
But it's the whole idea, all the people saying they're literally like playing with this man's freedom and his life. Young Thug's literally facing life in prison, just having to hear that. It's kind of good. This is what we live in.
So what we live in.
Anyway, a big thing, monkeypox.
Okay, but that came and left though.
That was quick.
That was a real quick one.
That was really quick.
People were like, too soon. We're not
Yeah.
doing another one.
We're not going to do it. It was going to be.
It was about to
probably-
be back to back.
It was about to be bigger. I thought it was going to be way scarier because it looked like it was a visual thing. You had spots and stuff all over your
I
face.
knew it wasn't gonna happen.
Really?
I'm a genius. Nah, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It was too soon. It was way too soon.
I thought it was going to happen and I was like, I'm happy to be inside. I don't want to get that. That looks terrifying. I don't want it. And this is going to be a real, like, where I'm going to stay in.
Yeah. I think it
I'm
is,
not
though, as
leaving.
well, with those really deadly, crazy things. They don't spread that far because people, like, take it seriously.
Right. Okay. People.
Where's some other things that...
Anyway, and the next thing we have is Roe v. Wade.
So we went back to the dark ages there.
Went back to the dark ages in America.
Banned abortion. I don't know if they banned it, but they got rid of it. Or
Yeah, in a
some
few
states can choose, or they gave states the right to choose. Yeah.
I don't really know what happened.
It was
you
a
have
famous
vague
case in
idea.
the 70s. It was called Roe v. Wade.
Yeah.
About abortion, but they overturned that, which I guess was giving women rights to abortions.
Basically, it's very, very difficult, and in some states, impossible to get an abortion.
It's just crazy.
Which is...
It's hard to even fathom, especially
Yeah.
how big America is, where some states are the size of Australia. So it's,
And I'll quickly add, people should have agency over their own body. This isn't just a women's issue; it goes into a human being's issue. Then it's the idea
Like to bring men into it.
Let's bring men into it. You don't have agency over your own body anymore, and that's a very, very dangerous path to go down.
It's
When
crazy.
you don't have control over your own body.
It's very silly.
Yeah,
It's
where the
messed up.
government has control over what happens with your body.
Yeah.
Human rights violated. Anyway, okay.
Women's rights, but yeah.
Speaking of women's rights, Iran protests.
Revolution.
Really,
Popping.
really big thing.
Again, sick of the
Sick of being covered up, sick of being
Covered
told
up.
what to do. Again, talking about
Yeah,
rights.
more of a
human
choice.
rights, like a human
If you
rights.
want to cover.
Yeah,
If you
of
don't
course.
want to, shouldn't be forced.
And this seems to be one of those things that's also... We're still good. It's going
Was
on
that
right
an
now.
earthquake?
Was that an
Or did I just...
earthquake?
My foot just kicked. I think it was my foot.
I think it was just the foot. We're good. But yeah, I think that's something that's going on right now.
And it's crazy. There's like a lot of the internet's just being cancelled out. There's not much footage of what's happening.
Yeah.
It's kind of a bit dark, but we'll see. But we're praying for everyone there that
Yeah, probably
something
one of the
good
biggest...
comes out of it.
Yeah, one of the biggest kind of movements in feminism and women's rights.
very revolutionary.
Yes.
Like just
A real strong cause to get behind.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people can kind of jump on that.
yeah, something
very
that's
easy.
very. It's not. It hasn't gone to like this silly political whatever. It's just
Yeah,
everyone's
yeah.
like that's
It's just straightforward. It's like, yeah, we can say that
very
that's bad.
straightforward. Yeah,
That's very terrible.
Yeah.
So no, it hasn't really got anywhere near as much press as the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial.
yeah.
But hopefully it'll get there.
There's no like crazy political weird woke agenda behind it. It's just very real and
Yeah, it's like,
it's
this is happening.
It's really happening.
We can all admit this is bad and let's get involved.
It's crazy.
Another big thing.
Why do you
Boris
keep looking there like we've got
I
a list
don't.
of-
We don't have a list. We're good. I'm just
This
seeing.
is. I'm just remembering.
I'm just seeing
what's-
how we're going with time. That's all.
What time
I'm
are we at?
I'm seeing how
16
we're
minutes.
going with time. Boris Johnson resigned.
He resigned.
Yeah.
After that COVID party, they had to get him out.
Was he at the COVID party?
He had a little COVID party.
Really?
Yeah, everyone had a little COVID party.
Everyone seemed to have those little COVID.
You didn't have a COVID party. I don't know what you were doing.
Yeah, you were probably
During
wasted.
2020, you're
Yeah.
probably inside doing
I
something.
I did. This is one of the things I didn't follow. I don't really know why he resigned. I don't really know too much of the situation, but
They've got a new guy in. I don't know his name. It's not as cool as Boris Johnson.
it's not as cool. He
He
doesn't
was
have a
funny.
look.
He was a meme. He looks like the dumbest, most like ignorant English just buffoon. It was funny.
Yeah.
It was
He seemed
funny.
charming. There
It
was
was
something, there
charming.
was something kind of charming, a bit silly. He was a bit soft.
Very just a pawn for the system. He was
Yeah.
perfect. You couldn't blame him. You'd be like, look at him. What could he do
Yeah.
wrong? It's not his fault.
But yeah, Boris Johnson, another big one. World Cup. World Cup, ladies and gentlemen.
Who won? Argentina?
They did.
Argentina.
They did. Again, they would probably say it's one of the best World Cup finals, if not the best World Cup final of all time.
Yeah. I didn't even watch it, but I've heard that.
Yeah,
I don't
you've
watch the
heard it.
World Cup. I don't
It
watch
was one of
soccer.
those rare moments where I was at the gym, it was playing on the screen, I'm like, oh, let's have a look at this. And then suddenly the rest of the night I'm completely invested. And I'm standing up watching the screen.
Yeah.
For some weird reason, I decided to go for France.
Really?
Yeah, I went to the team that had completely...
What kind of
full
French?
Yeah, we kind of went for a French last name. I went for the team that had the full African French players versus the
We're
potential
diverse.
descendants of Nazis.
Most certainly.
Yes.
Well, apparently that's where all the Nazis went to Argentina.
Apparently they all went to Argentina.
One of those guys looked a bit sus. That's what I'm joking. I don't watch soccer. I only like to play soccer. I don't like.
We don't really know what's going on. I saw a really good tweet that's like, "Why does the whole Argentinian team look like Germans with Spanish last names?" I saw one of those. That was a great meme that I saw. Speaking of being a Nazi, apparently, Elon Musk bought Twitter this year.
Speaking of being a...
Yeah.
I thought we were going to get somewhere else.
I thought we were going to go so... Oh, actually, we could. Speaking of being a Nazi, Kanye
West. Now known as Ye.
He came out. He came out as a Nazi.
He said he loves Hitler.
He came out.
It's pretty crazy.
He revealed himself as a Nazi. A lot of people... a quick one, August Alsina, the singer, came out as being bisexual. That was a really big one. I don't know if you know August Alsina. That was a big moment of this year. If anyone missed it, Kanye West came out as a Nazi.
And he's running for president.
Which is...
And he wants to create a Christian ethnic state in America.
Yeah, you have to follow the Bible. People who are in positions of power have to be Christians.
Kind of like Saudi Arabia with Islam. Kind of wants to bring that vibe to America.
Yeah,
interesting.
No pornography is completely banned.
All of that.
A very interesting movement. But yeah. Big things.
The Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth.
Her
reign, the Queen is dead.
Yeah, the Queen is dead. It's something that's kind of been talked about forever. Actually happened.
Yeah, every year it'd be like, is it going to be... It's happened.
Yeah, it finally happened.
This year's been a pretty crazy year.
Yeah, that woman I've seen my whole life.
She's still on the coins. They printed a lot of the 2023 coins and she's still already on there.
She's still making a...
She's from the grave.
Really?
And the king's in charge now. No one cares about the king.
And now we have a king that no one really talks about.
Yeah.
It's interesting the royal family still exists. Something that I do want to jump off the royal family is the Harry and Meghan Markle.
Oh, that's
came
huge.
out with their show on Netflix. I was actually watching it over Christmas.
You watched it?
With our grandmother.
Actually?
Yeah, it was really good.
It was good?
It's actually really inspiring.
I haven't watched it.
You should watch it.
But yeah, huge. They separated from the royal family. She did some... Yeah. Got him out.
Yeah, what are your thoughts? You think it's good?
I don't really care.
It's ruining. It's basically like delegitimizing the idea of what it means to be a royal.
It's fake. Let's just put that. There's no such thing as kings and queens. We're not in a fairy tale anymore.
Yes.
Everyone's just a human. They're just these
wants
weird,
to be on Netflix.
inbred family that took over the world.
Yeah.
And it's probably kind of falling.
It's completely falling.
Yeah.
They're now kind of the most popular branch.
Got to give it to them. They killed it, literally. And
job.
they really did a good job at taking over the world.
It's the younger naughty brother ran off with like some TV star, ruined everything. He ruined the whole thing.
Made the Queen have a heart attack and died once it happened. I don't know, a bit of coincidence there.
Yeah, sorry Harry, we kind of have a thing going on. You can't really just run off. We've got this thing that's been going on for a few thousand years.
1,000 years, we took over the world. And you can't just leave. You've killed your grandmother!
You
That was
can't
such a
ruin
bad
this.
English
Yeah,
accent.
that was pretty good. I liked it.
I don't even know who we're imitating.
I don't even.
The brother? The other
Who's
brother?
the other brother? Who's the good brother? Now there's the good brother and the bad brother. Is it? No, Harry and...
The boring ones.
Yeah, the other
clones.
one, the Middleton.
They knew what they had to do.
Yeah,
You
they knew
stand
what
there and you
just
be
keep
a
your mouth
royal.
shut. You keep
You're a
your mouth
royal.
shut and you be a royal.
You look at people like they're peasants.
Yes.
But you're nice about it.
Harry. I don't even actually know his name, so they've done a good job. They've ruined it. I know Harry, Meghan Markle, Albanese.
Oh,
Anthony
Albo.
Albo.
They put a
Anthony.
statue in
Did
Camperdown Park.
Did they?
Huge statue for Albo.
I haven't seen that.
They didn't.
It's
but
a- oh, they
that's
didn't.
just
Oh,
a meme that's going
if
around.
that-
But it's pretty believable.
If that happened, I wouldn't. Yeah, I would completely agree
Yeah.
with it. I'd be like, oh, this would be hilarious. Let's go see it.
And he's fixed Australia. We're all leaving. We gave it back. So now we're all going back to Europe
Yeah.
next year. That's another joke. It's not really going anywhere, but...
We've got a bag packed.
No, but he's
We're
good.
off.
He's doing some good stuff.
Yeah.
It's a good time to come in.
Scott Morrison is gone. Everyone
Scotty
hated
too
him.
hotty.
It's
He's
like,
gone.
okay, fine. I'll leave. I'll leave. If you hate me
I'll
that
go back
much.
to my footy and my
Yeah.
family in the Shire.
Yeah, if you
And
hate me
I'll-
that much, just get rid of me.
Yeah.
And then they got rid of him. And now we've got Albanese, who I haven't heard a bad word from.
I haven't heard a bad word.
Yeah. Very similar to Joe Biden. I don't hear too much bad stuff about him.
Yeah.
Just in general.
I don't know about
In general.
Yeah.
From specific sides, you're always going to hear the bad stuff, but one of those people is like, yeah, nothing. You don't really hear from them, which means they're probably doing a good job. Speaking of Australia, apparently there's some floods.
Floods. Lismore. The flood zone flooded somehow. I don't know how that happened.
Right. And what you were saying something earlier about this spiral, this process of like
I don't know.
3 years of...
Watched a YouTube video, so it's pretty factual. But Australia,
Sports source, trust me, bro.
so it's we live in like 2 seasons: 3 years hot, 3 years rain.
Yeah,
I don't know.
we're in a rainy because it's the middle of summer right now,
Middle of summer,
and it's dark, it's
dark.
rainy,
It's
cold.
nighttime.
Yes,
It's night and it's dark.
Yeah, it's nighttime, but
I'm sweating, but yeah, it's kind of, I can't stop sweating. I've been sweating all day.
Anyway, I'm gonna quickly run to this one that you didn't want to talk about. Where I was sweating, the Panthers won the final. The Panthers won the NRL grand final.
Good on them.
So yeah, good on Penrith, by the way.
Penrith, give it out.
France won the World... Oh, no, France didn't win the World Cup. The Argentinians... Argentines, I think they called themselves. The Argentines won the World Cup and the Panthers.
Messi! That's all I know.
Yeah, Messi's the GOAT. The GOAT! Apparently. A real death. Because you had the Queen. For the rest of the world, we had Takeoff.
Takeoff. Bro, he got gunned down.
Yeah.
Pretty horrific.
It was
28.
it was on camera as well.
He was like the nicest Migo out of them all.
Didn't say
Seemed like the
anything.
most humble, just like jolly.
Just a
like,
good guy.
Apparently he started it as well. He got them all to rap and he's like, no, we're going to be rappers. Like he was kind of the one.
I didn't even know that.
He's like, no, we're just going to do this rap thing and whatever.
I will say, not even to jump, but he was my favourite Migo. Takeoff was my favourite Migo. The best rapper, when I used to listen to the Migos mixtapes,
yeah.
it was...
When I saw it, I was like, that's just sad.
Yeah.
Like, he just seemed like a good guy. Like a really nice guy.
Really good guy, humble,
Yeah.
kicked back, didn't need to be in the spotlight.
Yeah.
It was sad. A bit off that, a big one. You may not have heard about this, but LeBron James was called out for his history of lying.
Oh.
Yeah. It actually came from the Migos case. He said he'd been listening to Migos since 2010. Migos, I don't think the Migos went around in 2010. So LeBron James...
Is that true?
Got caught out, yeah. LeBron James lying... let me have a look. I'm going to look up LeBron James lying. This is one of the funniest things of the year to me.
Well, that's a pretty easy mistake to make.
And
they formed in 2008, so I don't know.
Sorry, get rid of that. I will say this was a very easy mistake to make, and I was like,
They
that's
formed
fine.
in 2008,
Oh, okay.
so that's just been proven wrong.
Okay.
So we could probably move on from this.
No.
thing that no one's even heard about.
No,
either.
he was saying he listened to a specific album or a specific something specific
Bad and Bougie or
when it
something.
hadn't come out.
That's
And
all.
this is the thing, and I was fine. I was like, okay, very simple mistake. What he also did, other things started being uncovered. Some of the other famous LeBron James things was he watched The Godfather, I think, 5 times? And he was asked, what was your...
You're boring me. I really...
No, what's your favourite scene from The Godfather? And he's like, yeah, couldn't even tell you one. It's like, you watched it 5 times.
I've watched it like 3 times. I couldn't tell you one.
Really?
It's a boring movie.
Okay.
It's like...
And apparently I'm being bored with this.
You're boring me.
I should have come with a little bit more to this.
No one's heard about that. No one
Yeah.
cares about
Twitter
LeBron James
likes
lying.
it. We
No.
like it. Yeah, LeBron James is lying. You can look it
This
up.
isn't Twitter. This is YouTube.
This is YouTube. Okay. Other big things that are going on. A man called Andrew Tate
Took over the internet.
took over the internet.
And the manosphere,
Yeah.
as they call it.
The manosphere. I hadn't
With a
heard of that.
storm.
I hadn't heard about that until this year as well.
Huge.
Yeah. Basically, a man who said women are pretty bad.
Yeah.
I first watched him, and there was...
He's just pretty much the anti-woke, but militant about it. And just, he's taken over.
Yeah.
That's all we'll say.
Apparently
He's
the
taken over.
most Googled man of the year.
Most good man of the year. He just got arrested.
Just got arrested today to end the
Greta
year.
Thunberg came and chopped his head off.
Yeah. She called him out.
Called him out.
Um,
That's done. But probably one of the biggest things that happened.
Yeah.
Crypto.
Crypto.
Went to the moon.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So we probably have probably 1 million people became millionaires from cryptocurrency this
Yeah.
year, by far.
Yes.
Bitcoin got to 90,000 AUD.
Right.
Ethereum got to 8,000 AUD Australian. It's crazy. And it's all dropped back down again.
So
but
what is it at now? I don't know too much about crypto.
I
I was
think
always scared. I know
it's
you
at
were
like
someone who was really...
24,000 AUD now. So it's,
Okay.
it's really dropped. It's dropped back to where it probably was at the start of the year.
Okay.
So it's a
it
good
had
time to
rise.
get in. If you want to get some crypto, I'd buy something.
Buy the dip.
Buy the dip.
That's what they all say. Buy the dip.
Buy low, sell high.
Yeah. How was your process? Because I know you're a big crypto man.
I'm a hodlin, so I don't know.
I-
I went up,
Yeah.
but nothing changed.
You're just good. You're just sitting there. You're just gonna.
I don't
kind
look
of-
at the price, bro.
You don't look at it. You just leave it. Do you really? This is a.
No, when it was going crazy, I'd look at it every single morning. The first thing I did,
You'd
because it was
look
so you'd wake up and you're like, I just made $300 overnight.
Dang. Yeah. That's.
But it's like, well, that's not actually mine yet. So
Right.
until you sell it, I haven't made anything. So I made 6,000 and then lost 6,000.
Fair enough.
But it was fun when it was going off. That's all I can say. Now I don't check it, but it's long term, you know.
Yeah,
If you're watching this in 2030,
yeah. And you're like a multi-billionaire,
you're going to be donating me a 0.1 ETH, you know? Or you give me like 2 cents of ETH at the press of a button.
Have you made money? Now.
I've made like $400 now.
Okay.
It's gone back. It's
So
right
for
back.
everyone who hears that, you probably want to jump in.
That's pretty good for your average investment in
Yeah,
1
of
year.
course, of course.
Not bad.
Other big things: Rihanna pregnancy, ASAP Rocky,
ASAP.
Rocky, yes, and Rihanna
Crazy.
couple,
Power couple.
couple. Now that
It
no
was
one seems to talk
beautiful.
about. No one seems to really talk about them that much.
I think the kid's probably young, you know? There's nothing that interesting about a baby.
I think
We don't have baby stars yet.
maybe they don't have enough going for them. In terms of their media personality.
I feel like when people have kids, you know, they want to keep it quiet. There's nothing to do with a little kid. You don't want to flaunt them on every single... There's nothing... You just want to keep your kid, raise your little baby, nice and safe away from society.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll emerge in like 5-10 years.
I wonder if people are just sick. I again talking about. I was kind of a bit sick of Young Thug's music. I'm pretty sick of ASAP Rocky, to the point where it's like I find him a bit irrelevant. And when I heard he had a child with Rihanna,
And he
I was
might have
like,
killed Capital Steve, so...
Oh really?
That's another
That's
deep
another
dive.
one.
You
We
can
had
get
that
into
early. We
that.
had that earlier in the year. But yeah, when I heard that, I was like, oh, it's a bit boring. Rihanna's going to kind of ruin her legacy. Other big things going on, talking about a legacy. Pete Davidson.
That was a bit of drama.
Yeah, it was a nice amount of drama. The
He
rise
stirred
of-
up Kanye and
Yeah.
sent him a little crazy, as they're saying.
He got in a
The
relationship.
saying is crazy. The saying is gone crazy.
Yeah, because the thing is, what were his views on things before Pete Davidson got into his life and afterwards? Which is just the truth. Pete Davidson starts dating Kim Kardashian.
His ex-wife.
Yes, Kanye West's
Just
ex-wife.
divorced.
Yeah.
Or in the process.
No, she's dating.
And he was flaunting it, I guess. What's the word? He was messing with him. He was
Yeah.
triggering him deeply.
completely.
Crazy.
And maybe responsible for the downfall of Kanye West.
Yeah. I won't put blame on anyone, but it was a crazy
Yeah,
time.
he didn't help. He
didn't
didn't help. Also, I guess he was known for having a bunch of different relationships. I don't know who he dated. I think he's just broken up with Emily Ratajkowski.
Yeah.
He
We're
hasn't-
not getting into
We're not getting. We're not. Yeah, we're not
we
getting
don't
into
care
goss
about
like
all
that. Some goss you like.
What do I like?
Balenciaga.
What do you mean that I like?
I don't know. It's something you're very interested in.
That was a pretty...
Yeah.
They did a catalogue that... A very inappropriate
Photo shoot.
photo shoot involving children.
Yeah. The boycott.
They've
of
been completely
Balenciaga.
cancelled. They've
Yeah.
deleted every post from Instagram.
Yeah.
They've done a full refresh. Every story is just all the movements that they support.
Yeah. People are constantly protesting. I think they're probably getting a bit bored now.
People are getting a bit bored.
Yeah, they're getting a bit bored. I know that the Nelk Boys went there. Carl
they
from the
did
Nelk
that, yeah,
Boys
yeah. That was funny.
came. That was good.
I heard I have friends or whatever in the industry that a bunch of tradies went down to in Sydney, the
Balenciaga
Balenciaga store,
store.
went in and just
Yeah.
started screaming at all the employees.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
It's good. It's very
hilarious.
interesting.
But will they bounce back? Yes. Should they? Probably not, because it's kind of
Right.
sends a pretty bad message to society.
If
That's
they
all
become
I'll
successful
say.
afterwards.
If they are accepted deeply again yet. That's not great.
I guess can one man's legacy be ruined by the mistakes of others?
I don't know what you mean by that.
I guess Cristobal Balenciaga.
Oh, who invented it?
Yeah, who was the designer.
He should have handed it off to someone better.
I guess he's
He left it up to the
been
control
dead
of
for
bunch.
a long time.
Yeah, but
And-
people have a lot of people who
I
like
guess,
die
yeah.
leave their legacies to like they spend
Yeah.
their whole life trying like Rolex.
Yeah.
His whole plan was he's like, how can I keep this the biggest company in the world?
Yeah.
And he gave it to like all these non-profits and look, it's like the biggest company in the world. He
Mm.
like killed it with his
Yeah.
legacy. Couldn't have done it better.
Yeah, so Denmark,
Denmark, I don't know what you're doing.
You've ruined a man's legacy.
You've ruined the
which
man's
is-
legacy.
yeah.
Just leave.
Just, it's over.
Go do your own thing. Go make something with Ye. You guys are friends still.
Yeah, both cancelled now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other big things, Bored Apes came and went.
Bored Apes.
And there's
I
a
think
bunch
they're
of-
still chilling.
Are they still?
They're still the Bored Ape.
And there was
Eminem pumped it.
Does he still have one? Did you hear about the big Bored Ape? I don't know if we even talked about it. There's a YouTube video talking about like the Bored Ape conspiracy. That it's like rooted in racism and
Because it's apes.
just a bunch of stuff.
I feel like you can make a conspiracy about anything nowadays.
It's a pretty
but
good
it is
conspiracy.
two white guys
It's
that
a
made it.
pretty good conspiracy. It's a pretty
True.
good conspiracy. Yeah, I think you would actually
I'll
really
watch
like
it.
it. There's a really good video, and it's just straightforward. It's like, oh dang, no, this is insane.
Gosh.
And it's kind of like a troll for this small group of people that they're laughing at what's going on.
Well, that's crazy. We'll
Um,
do that next
yeah,
video.
we'll
do a
literally
deep
do
dive
that.
on
We'll
that.
do a deep dive.
It's
Other
been a
big-
crazy year. That's all I
been
can
a
say.
crazy
The Queen's
year.
died.
We're coming down to the last few big things of the year. Lying flat movement was a thing that started the year really big.
I don't know.
A lot of people, I think it was in lying flat. I think it was in China. A lot of people were like, you know what, I'm not going to work, and it started to spread around the world. People
Oh,
were just leaving
that wasn't
their
lying
jobs.
flat. It was called quiet quitting.
Quite
Silent
quitting. Is that
quitting.
another one, right?
So silent or quiet quitting, silent quitting.
Yeah.
So it's with like the huge rate rise with the cost of living.
Yeah.
And inflation, and people, they're not quitting their jobs, but they're putting in bare effort.
Right.
So they will do
And we're not British. We don't mean a lot of effort. We mean bare
Yeah.
effort. Yeah.
just put in just enough effort to not get fired.
Right.
So you're not completely useless, but you're not going anywhere above what is required ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah. I think
Which I kind of like.
I
It's
kinda
a
respect-
rebel on
yeah,
capitalism
yeah, yeah.
and big business that just kind of don't have anyone's interest in hearts. Don't want to pay their workers more. It's just
And it's like, yeah, you're going to keep on having a problem at the airport.
and it's those
until
issues.
things
It's
get
like
sorted out.
CEOs are making $600 million a year.
Yeah.
Someone working for the same company makes $24 an hour. We've got issues going
Yeah.
on with
Of
some of
course.
these huge companies
Yeah.
that are just completely crazy.
And maybe your flight's going to get cancelled.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's what it ends up. Maybe your flight's going to get cancelled. Maybe your train's going to be running a bit late.
Private jet won't be late though. So
Your private jet isn't going to be late. So if you have money, you're going to still
You're
be
gonna be
good.
alright.
You're going to be alright, basically.
you can never attack capitalism.
We're coming down to the biggest issue of the year, James Corden.
I don't even know.
He was rude. He was rude to wait staff.
Okay, are we really going to end on that? What are we?
I wanna end on
We're at
something
36 minutes.
We are at
Gosh.
36 minutes. I do want to.
We can't end there.
I want to end on the biggest thing of the year, the start of the Drinkwater podcast.
Started the Drinkwater podcast. We started this year, people.
Started in 2020.
If you've been here on the journey,
Yeah.
this is our first year. Hope you've liked it.
Year in.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah, we've only just
Thanks
begun.
for supporting
Yeah.
us. It is just begun. We've got
Honestly.
big plans.
Very big plans.
Follow
Very
us
soon.
on Instagram. We'll probably be on more platforms soon. You
Yeah.
know, see us around. Drink
getting
water.
out.
That's our one message as
Keep
well.
drinking water.
Just drink water. That's all we really promote.
They say the Drinkwater podcast for 2023. Big guests,
Big gas.
new setups,
New set.
better sound quality. It's just maybe even uniforms.
Something. Maybe we'll
Could
be in
even-
water bottles.
We
We'll
might
be
be.
like Kanye and Lil
Yeah,
Pump
that could be
back
cool.
in 2020.
It could be-
2019. What was that? 2018.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, was that 2018? We could even be like the Kevin Hart interview series where he has him in ice baths. We're just in like things of water, and we have like the guest just
Just
give
a
us, like,
waterfall.
photos.
Just gonna do it at the Himalayas.
Yeah, it's a Drinkwater podcast. Big 2022. Thank you to everyone for watching. We're going to be coming back even stronger next year. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. It's been a pretty big year. Is there anything else we've missed? Throw it down in the comments.
Drink
Let
water.
us know.
That's
Keep
it, yeah.
drinking water. And you'll see us next year for our 2023 recap.
Yeah.
And we don't know what's going to happen. Maybe it's all going to be over next year.
Who knows? World could end.
Yeah, the world
Hopefully
could
not.
potentially.
It won't if you keep drinking water. That's all.
I have a feeling it's going to be very exciting next year.
It's going to be a crazy
Very,
year.
very exciting.
Stay tuned.
But anyway,
Peace out.
peace out.